Now take you to a different part within the country. Still on matters politics, female politicians under Team Embrace are today expected to visit Kisumu's infamous Nyalenda slum before heading to the Jomo Kenyatta sports ground for a rally. Well, top of the agenda is the role of women in promoting peace in the wake of accusations of divisive politics by two factions of women in parliament. Let's now link up with Laura Otieno, who has more for us. Laura, why now? Why that visit now? And some would say that slum bore the brunt of violence after the 2017 election. Why are those leaders visiting that slum right now?
Well, Wahiga, there have been concerns the past few weeks of increased insecurity in Nyalenda from a gang of young boys from between 14 to about 18 years. And 2 months ago, the woman representative Rosa Boyu was with the CAS in the Ministry of Gender, Rachel Shebesh. Basically, they were touring Nyalenda and they had hinted towards putting across legislation that will go away in ensuring loopholes are sealed in the cases, in rape cases that were highly reported in Nyalenda, because there were concerns by the victims that we spoke to that when they go to report the matters to police, then they are asked to bring witnesses. And then there were concerns of who will be a witness to a woman who was raped at about 3 a.m. while maybe going outside, because it's a slum. So some of them were attacked by these young boys when they were on their way to the toilets, which are outside the slum. So of course today there are over 30 legislators from Team Embrace who have docked here in Kisumu to basically have a visit at the Nyalenda slum and then move to the Jomo Kenyatta sports ground for a rally. And here I am with Homa Bay woman representative Gladys Wanga. Perhaps if we talk politics, there have been concerns that this Embrace and Inua Mama are engaging in divisive politics. What is your take on that?
Let me talk about Embrace, because that is what I know. Because Embrace, we began our work in January. And we said, what is the place of women in the current discussion around unifying the country? And we said, let us bring women together. Let us bring women together. Let us put our voice into the unity discussion, supporting the handshake between His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga and His Excellency the President of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, so that Kenya can move forward. The other thing we said, and we are very clear on, is the President has asked for now for politics to be ceased so that we can proceed with development. And this is what Embrace is advocating. Today, as we are here in Kisumu, we will be going to Nyalenda to look at the situation of gender-based violence, the situation on lighting within the slums and whether this is contributing to the gender-based violence. But significantly, we'll also be visiting Mama Pendo, who was sort of like, the face of post-election violence, here in Kisumu and the Nyanza region generally. But she has since said, let us embrace each other. And she has since said, let no mother ever lose a child like she did because of an election. Let Kenyans come together, let them move forward together. So our objective is unity. Our objective is, where is the place of women in bringing the country together? And that is Embrace. And that is why here today we have over 30 MPs, and they are from all political parties. We have MPs from Wiper, we have MPs from Jubilee, we have MPs from PDR, we have MPs from ODM, we have MPs from ANC, KANU, we have the entire spectrum of them here. So we are a unity cause. So I do not think there should be any comparisons or anything. I think we should just look at Embrace for what it is and what it wants to do for this country, and it's a noble cause.
Well, Kisumu was one of the hotspots of violence. Perhaps you can join us here. And there have been various victims of post-election violence who have been crying for justice. In as much as you are rallying for unity as Team Embrace, are you also looking to seek justice for women and who are affected during that time?
Of course, yeah, and that's why we're here. And actually, why we are going to Nyalenda, we are going to see baby Pendo's mother. And we know Kisumu is one of the most hard-hit areas in terms of post-election violence. But today we thank God we are in Kisumu. Particularly as people who are from Jubilee, we could not think of stepping to Kisumu, but thanks to handshake. And as women, we are saying no violence. We are saying nobody should shed blood. We are saying nobody should die as a result of post-election violence. And I think together, if we hold our hands together, and preach peace and unity and coexistence amongst Kenyans, I think we're not going to have what we saw in 2017. Yes, we can do something, and this is the right time we're doing it. And that is why Embrace is here. And Embrace is going to Mashinani to preach peace and bring people together. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. That's Fatma Gedi. And maybe just briefly, we could also speak to Sabina Shege. Can you kindly tell us what now, how are you moving forward with Team Embrace in ensuring women are inclusive politics for women as well? In as much as you are rallying for unity, what is the plan moving forward to ensure that women get equitable space at the table?
One thing we're going to do is empower the women who are at Mashinani. You'll see in our today's visit, we are going to see Mama Pendo. We also want to go and speak about violence against women. We're going to empower our young people, and especially the women, and tell them they have their space. And most importantly, to bring development to them. We're going to launch projects that are going to empower women. And so we are saying everybody should love being in Kenya. Whether you're in Central, whether you're in Kisumu, whether you're in Mombasa, whether you're in whatever part of the country, you should feel that you're part of this nation. We don't want a feeling where some people feel like there are some who are favored and some are discriminated. And so today we're in Kisumu. I'm happy that I can come here, and I've received very warm reception. Looking forward for a better day ahead. As we even get to the slums, we go and talk to the women inside there, as we even go and interact with more people in the Kisumu County. I'm very sure that when we leave here, the people who are now at Mashinani will feel the warmth of the handshake and the warmth of the embrace, because we're telling everybody that they should feel that they are part of the government and they are part of being Kenyan.
Yes. Well, thank you very much. Well, Wahiga and Zinzi, we will be walking into that meeting to hear the details of the debrief. But then, as you have heard, they are rallying for unity. So, of course, we will be looking into various other questions that will be popping up in the course of their traversing Kisumu County.